Well, shit the bed and call it England. It's been another disastrous 24 hours for the UK Labour government. One that has shone a light on the chasm between those that set the rules and those that are forced to follow them. Though, if you get your news from legacy mainstream broadcasters, you could be forgiven for not knowing what all the fuss is about. You may even be thinking that this gentleman is worthy of much praise. The Alaa Abd El-Fattah scandal exposes the gulf between left-wing activism and the people who pay the price for its failures. The same ideological movement that enables the arrest of circa 12,000 people a year for social media posts has also rolled out the red carpet for a man who has made openly vile remarks about Jewish people, white people, and the country that is now offering him sanctuary. This is not moral consistency, it's selective outrage. And history suggests that when denial hardens and accountability disappears, backlash follows. Its scale determined by how long those intent on hollowing out the UK refuse to confront the consequences. Who is Alaa Abd El-Fattah and how have we arrived at this point? Okay, so here is the mainstream legacy media view of Alaa Abd El-Fattah, okay? And this is what's being broadcast widely across the BBC, Sky News, ITV, Channel 4. Alaa Abd El-Fattah is a British Egyptian writer and pro-democracy activist who became a leading voice during Egypt's 2011 revolution, the Arab Spring. For more than a decade, he was repeatedly arrested and imprisoned for his political views and online writing, becoming one of the world's most prominent political prisoners. While in prison, Alaa obtained British citizenship through his family, his mother, who was born in this country and was only stayed here very briefly. I believe she studied here too. And his case drew sustained international attention from human rights organisations and governments. After years of detention and global campaigning for his release, he was finally freed and allowed to travel to the United Kingdom, where he reunited with his family. Today, Alaa's story stands as a powerful symbol of the cost of dissent and the enduring fight for freedom of expression. Well, reading that, being presented with that, you could be mistaken for thinking this is a good guy. The sort of guy that we'd be proud to have as a British citizen. Well,
Alaa Abd El-Fattah, an Egyptian-born activist who picked up a British passport in 2021, is being sent to Britain from his imprisonment in Egypt.
Well, so far so good.
These are his own words from his ex, formerly Twitter account, going back to 2009. Yes, we've got them all, even though they were, well, he tried to delete them, didn't he?
Well, he's an activist, isn't he? So I'm sure he's got some strong points of views. Let's have a look.
Here we go. Yes, I consider killing any colonialists, and especially Zionists, heroic. We need to kill more of them. Random shooting of white males should convince them racism costs lives.
Well, you know, we've all made mistakes, and surely that's just it, isn't it?
I rejoice when Zionists are killed. Police are not human. They don't have rights. We should just kill them all.
This is the good guy, is it?
Dear international PhD student, by the way, I'm a racist. I don't like white people, so, you know, you got the rest of it there. And this little gem. So, the brilliant British dogs and monkeys really think terrorists will reveal their plans on Twitter. That is just a few examples, not even a full litany of Alaa Abd El-Fattah's public posts where he spews raw anti-Semitism, celebrates the murder of innocent civilians, calls for killing police and brands British people as dogs and monkeys.
Holy Mother of God. This is incredible. But surely our political class couldn't possibly support this, not given the summer riots, the hate speech, the far-right bandwagon. There's no way someone like Keir Starmer or Yvette Cooper could possibly support this behaviour, is there?
Yet, here comes Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, gushing with delight. He said in a statement today on X, "I'm delighted that Alaa Abd El-Fattah is back in the UK and has been reunited with his loved ones. Alaa's case has been a top priority for my government. I'm grateful to President Sisi for his decision to grant the pardon." David Lammy, Yvette Cooper and many Labour ministers and MPs have rolled out the metaphorical red carpet for this hate preacher.
Well, he wouldn't be a hate-preaching, racist, anti-Semite if he didn't have celebrity backing, would he now? Let's check out what these idiots are thinking.
Prime Minister Starmer.
Dear Prime Minister Starmer.
Dear Prime Minister Starmer.
Dear Prime Minister Starmer.
Prime Minister, I'm making this video because I, like a lot of people, and I should imagine yourself included, are deeply concerned.
Dear Prime Minister, I'm reaching out to you today because I'm extremely worried.
I am one of many thousands in Britain and all around the world who are deeply concerned about the fate of the writer Alaa Abd El-Fattah.
The brilliant, courageous and inspiring writer who has been unjustly imprisoned in Egypt for far, far too many years.
In the words of Foreign Secretary David Lammy, Alaa is a courageous voice of democracy and a prisoner of conscience.
Having exhausted all other possibilities, his mother, Layla, is now deep into a hunger strike.
She's putting her own life in danger so that her son might finally be able to see his own boy again and live a free life once more in peace and dignity.
Prime Minister, the situation is critical. It's time for urgent action.
Given the fact that the deadline is fast approaching in terms of his mother's life, as well as his own safety.
We need a powerful intervention from you as his Prime Minister, and indeed mine.
End the family's suffering, save the life of Dr. Soif, and bring Alaa home to his family, his son in Brighton.
It's time to make the call, Prime Minister.
The world is watching.
Let's free Alaa.
Let's free Alaa.
We're counting on you. Thank you. Free Alaa.
Dear Prime Minister Starmer, what a bunch of wet wipes. All reading from a script, probably giving them the benefit of the doubt, no idea what this guy had tweeted before. And by the way, these tweets are from 2010. But let's not forget, in the context of Lucy Connolly, in the context of accusations made against Nigel Farage from the mid-1970s, I don't think there's a time limit on these things. Certainly when the left are forming the accusation, there isn't. So why now should there be? Even if these guys don't know what he has said, who he is against, and the fact that he hates every single one of them, they're all white. Of course they're all white. They're all white. It's them that he's calling monkeys and dogs. Them. And they're still doing this stuff. This guy has played an absolute blind. He's got himself out of prison. He's got himself a British passport. And now he's going to be chilling out in Brighton. And all because of Keir Starmer. Ha. No. And not just because of Keir Starmer. This was started under the previous Tory government. Tories and Labour are in this together. Come on, we need to at least accept that some of these people have got intelligence. It's taken a couple of content creators about 3 hours yesterday to uncover every single goddamn awful tweet this guy has ever spewed out into the ether. Any one of these people could have found that out before now. There's no two ways to look at this. You are either on the side of the people that fucking hate you and would rather see you dead, or you're on the side of the people that would rather all that didn't happen. Look, let's make this abundantly clear. I'm a free speech advocate. I don't want anybody going to prison for a tweet. Lucy Connolly got 30 months, so 15 months, was away from her child for over a year. This guy should not have been imprisoned for a tweet. Keir Starmer should not be imprisoning people for a tweet. 1,200 people should not be arrested per year in the UK for putting things on social media. We need to police the streets, not the tweets. But this is, as they say, suicidal empathy. The idea that a country as divided as the United Kingdom is now would open its arms, roll out the red carpet, blow the trumpets of joy and say, come on home, to a guy that was given a passport politically in 2021 who had spewed out the type of hate speech, and I don't believe in hate speech, but I'm just using Keir Starmer and the Labour's government's wording now, the type of hate speech that would get most people imprisoned in this country if it was aimed in any other direction. This is a huge scandal. This is a massive scandal. Celebrities endorsing it, the BBC, ITV, Sky, Channel 4, all obfuscating. Not one of them had told the stories and mentioned his tweets. Can you imagine if that was the other way around? Can you imagine if that was from the populist right? Can you imagine if that was someone who had Brexity books or supported reform in some way? Can you just imagine what would happen to them? This is bare-faced lying. It's disingenuous, but it's disingenuous to the point it's incredibly destructive. This is exactly what they are planning to do, and they do it po-faced, and they do it in broad daylight, and they continue to do it day in, day out. And this is why people are going mad. Absolutely mad. Mark my words. This is not the end of this. This is not the end of this whatsoever. This is an incredibly big story. It undermines absolutely everything the Labour Party have been telling us up until this point. It's one rule for them and another for us. It's two-tier Britain, and it has to stop. Whew. Oh, God. I am getting real worked up about this stuff. Anyway, if you like what you saw here and you want to see more, you can follow me at Paul Cox Comedy on X, on Substack, and on YouTube, and also on Facebook. So come and join me in all those places. Like, subscribe, share. On Substack, sign up to my subscription. Why not? Give me £5 a month. And that will help me to continue making videos like this. Until next time, keep it real.